Hello and welcome to the Little Blue Pot. It's Jem here. I hope you are well. Thanks for joining me, YouTube, for goal setting, or setting goals to change your life. No, to setting goals is really, really important, especially if you have mental illness, because a lot of the time we become very immersed in our illness, and we may sort of battle from anxiety, social anxiety, or low mood, or something like that, which perhaps makes us not feel very motivated to make changes in our life. The whole point of setting goals is to give you a little sense of achievement. If we're going out and achieving stuff, no matter how big or small, we're feeling good. We're sort of thinking, do you know what? I've done that. I've made that. I've achieved that. I've reached that goal. And even if you're to reach your goal means you want to, see more people, or exercise, eat better, whatever, picking that goal is really, really important, because then you can really start to be in control again, and it can lift you and make you feel like, yes, I'm in charge of my life, not my illness. And not, to be honest, even if you don't have severe mental illness and you want to get better mental health, this is really good, especially if you feel like you're stuck in a rut, or you feel like you need to, do something else to change your life a bit. Then this is a really good way to have better mental health, because like I say, you're getting those achievements and those little mini goals and being like, yes. So I'm going to go through the 6 steps to goal setting, and I'm going to use one area, but please use your own. I would say make a list of maybe 2 or 3 areas of your life that you are thinking, I need to work on that. It might be see more people, exercise more, eat better. Those might be your 3 goals. Now take 2 of them away and start with 1. It's all great. It'd be great if we could do all 3 at the same time, and by 6 months in we've got it all sorted. Or like a month in, 2 weeks in, we're done. Or it may be that you want to give up smoking, or cut down on drinking, or something like that to make you feel better about yourself. Whatever it is, pick 1. Stick to that 1, and once you're kind of working well with that, you can incorporate others. Right, so that's the first step. I'm not going to do that because I just swore. Number 2, set a goal, small and simple, easy to achieve. So it might be, I want to increase my exercise. I'm going to use exercise because it might be somewhere that some of you want to go with. But again, if exercise isn't your area, then apply these same steps to your chosen goal. So number 2, so for example, you could say, I'm going to exercise, once this week for 20 minutes. So that's going to be your first goal, to do 1 bit of exercise. Or it might be that you want to do 20 minutes over 2 different days, but that's your first goal. So number 3, break into smaller goals. So this is where we start to kind of think, do you know what, I could do an hour of exercise a day, but actually if you haven't done exercise at all, or your only exercise is maybe walking to and from work or college or school, then that's not going to be realistic. So it might be that you say, do you know what, I'm going to do 20 minutes week 1, 40 minutes week 2, and work up to an hour. So by week 3 you're doing an hour of exercise a week. And I think they say something, is it 3 to 5 hours a week of exercise? It's kind of like will keep you pretty much, not putting on weight and things like that. But that is a lot, especially if you're not doing anything, or you're doing the very, very little. So again, we want to be realistic with these goals. So like I say, week 1, 20, week 2, 40, week 3, 60. But actually, if you find by week 2, do you know what, 40 minutes is enough for now, then do that for another couple of weeks. It's important to make sure you're tracking your progress. So if you're feeling that, do you know what, I think I've set that goal too high to start with, then it doesn't matter, because you've already done 2 weeks of more exercise than you have before. So you've got to make sure that you're checking yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh my god, can't believe I just said that. So you want to make sure that you're kind of catching up, you're checking on your goals and saying, do you know what, I've done well that week. And even if you get to week 1 and you're like, do you know what, 20 minutes is fine, I'm going to do 20 minutes next week, then that's realistic for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel you have to. I'm going to use the analogy of climbing a mountain. You may sort of see this steep incline and think, how am I going to get from there to there? Well, you can't, because it's like sheer. But if you had steps to go up, it would make it easier. But you wouldn't be expected to climb that entire mountain in a day, right? Imagine if it was Everest, you wouldn't be able to climb that in a day. So, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah, so if you have little steps, then it'll make it much easier for you to get up the mountain. So, number 4. So you've broken down your steps, and number 4, imagining success. So when you're sort of planning out your, your first kind of couple of months of your, smaller goals, breaking them down, you could even create like a little wall planner or find a calendar and write them in. Whatever works for you. If writing things down works, do it. Or it could be that you tell your family and say, I'm going to be doing this, and then they can say, well done, well done, well done. So imagining your success, when you've done your planning, at the end of your plan, think, what am I going to look like? No, what am I going to feel like? It's not about looks here. It's about creating and making yourself feel better on the inside, which will then hopefully make you feel better on the outside as well. So imagine your success. So you've done, let's say your goal plan is for the first 3 months. So where are you going to be at those first 3 months in your smaller goals? Where are you going to be? Are you going to be doing maybe an hour and a half of exercise a week? Maybe even 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day? And then sort of think, how are you going to feel? Well, you probably have more energy. Probably feel better about yourself because you've set these goals and you're achieving them. So you'll be like, come on, yes, I'm awesome. Excuse me, getting over cold. Yeah, and what will you, will it change your life? Will it make you feel better? Imagine that success, even visualize it, see yourself exercising. Visualization is a really positive way to incorporate these things into your life. Visualization really, really helps. Number 5, avoid procrastination. So meaning don't put things off. So like I say, create a plan, tell a best friend. Maybe even you could do it with someone else, so I'm just reading my notes. So even if the goal is small, give yourself credit for sticking to it. So like I say, the first 3 weeks, you may only think, 20 minutes a week is all I can manage. But do you know what? That's 20 minutes more than you did before, yeah? 20 minutes more. And those little things, you can say, well done, tick that off. I like to tick things off. That's a real good checking way of doing things. So if you can do that with your plan and all of that, then that's a really good way. So avoiding procrastination. And then number 6, assess your progress about your goals and adjust your goals accordingly. So like I said, if you find the first month you're quite happy doing 40 minutes a week, stick with that and then build up to there. And then you might think, do you know what, actually, I said I was only going to do 40 minutes for the first 3 weeks, but actually I feel capable of doing an hour. Then you're adjusting your goals to fit with how you're feeling. And again, if you don't meet that exact goal, think about all the other things you have achieved. Don't beat yourself up on the one thing when you've achieved all the other things. And I'm talking from experience on this one because I know what it's like to say, this is to say, oh, that's one negative, I'll focus on that, I'll forget about all the positives. And that's one of the annoying things about having a mental illness is the negative thinking. So you're more likely to think about the negative. So if you're writing down the positive, then you're going to be focusing on the positive. Review any obstacles. Have you had any obstacles? Or have you had any challenges? Or have you been able to add any new goals? Perhaps you've gone from your list of 3 that went down to 1, and maybe you've got number 2 in there. And maybe that works with the number 1. Really, really exciting, guys, and I really hope you can try and do this. I just want to end by saying that your goals need to be SMART goals. And I learnt this in therapy, in business, all of this kind of thing. And the SMART is an acronym, and it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. So specific, exercise with one goal, and I want to increase it. Measurable, we've said that we want to, over this time, go from that to that. So we're increasing it, we can measure where we started and where we're going. Achievable, is it the mountain or have we made little steps? If it's like this, and it's not going to be achievable, so we need to make sure that it is. Again, realistic, is it realistic to say that you can climb that mountain in one day? No, it is not. So we want to make sure that it is realistic. So if we say, like I say, week 1, I'm going to do 3 hours of exercise. You may do it in week 1, but will you do it in week 2? I'm not saying you won't. You may be one of those people that can really, really stick to something and be amazing and get motivated and you goals and you've got all these things going on. But I imagine if you are one of those people, then you probably won't be watching this video. I found this really useful for me and time-based. So yeah, make sure that you say that it starts here and it works up to here. Making sure, because if you say, well, I'll just start whenever I want and finish whenever I want, you're less likely to make a plan and stick to it. I found this really, really helpful for me. I learnt this in therapy. I actually learnt this in my BPD course, and it's really, really helped me. It's helped me with this vlog. It helped me with my crochet. Any other goals that I've tried to incorporate into my life, it's really helped with that. But I also do appreciate that it's very hard to do this, and it takes a lot of motivation. So I'm here to motivate you guys. You can do it. Remember, pick one, start small, and go from there. Any questions or comments, please put them in the space below. Is this something that you're going to try? Have you tried it before and maybe you weren't realistic with it, or you went too far to climb up that, went too quickly into wanting to climb that mountain? Share with me your experience of goal setting. Like I say, it's not always easy, but once you can try and get those little yeses into your day, into your week, into your life, then you will feel so much better, and it will really help you manage your illness better. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye now.